Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. It's okay to not be okay. In today's video, I want to look at the power of thinking, and specifically how the way we respond to a situation, how it can impact on the way we feel and what we do and what we don't do, and how it can get us into really vicious cycles that we want to avoid. So yeah, today's about the power of thinking. I hope you find it helpful. Hit subscribe. Cheers. Okay, so let's start with a scenario. Imagine that you're walking down the street and you see a friend, maybe you haven't seen them for a while, and you try to catch their attention, but they appear to ignore you. How might this make you feel? What might go through your mind if this was to happen? Maybe you can leave a comment about how that might make you feel and what you might do if that was to happen to you. Okay. I guess we have a few different ways we could respond to this. Maybe the first way we might respond might be, did I do something to upset them? Did I do something wrong? So we have this thought of, did I do something to upset them? Did I do something wrong? And this is going to create feelings of anxiety and worry. And behaviorally, it's probably going to make us look back over the last time we saw them and think, did I do something wrong? Did I do that wrong? Have I not been a good enough friend? And this thought of, have I done something to upset them, is probably going to lead to more kind of rumination and looking back and trying to figure out what might have happened. And it might have the consequence of us not actually contacting them and thinking, well, fair enough, if I've done something to upset them, I best stay out of their way. Yeah. Which could ultimately result in friendship being lost. The second way that we might respond to this situation might be to have the thought of, they think they're better than me? Screw them then. And this feeling of maybe anger or animosity might come up inside of us. We might think, well, if they're going to be like that, then they don't deserve my friendship. I'm better off without them, so screw them. Who cares about them anyway? I don't need them. This kind of response kind of brings up feelings of anger. How do you think that'll impact on what they do next? Imagine if you're having that kind of thought of, well, screw you then, you're probably not going to contact them. You're probably going to do your best to avoid that person and kind of push them out of your life, which means another friendship has been lost. Another possible response we might have might be to think, I guess they don't like me. I guess I'm not good enough. They don't want to be my friend anymore. I'm unlovable, or I'm not good enough to be someone's friend. So that's going to bring up, what do you think? Feelings of sadness, feelings of loneliness, emptiness, hopelessness, low self-esteem kind of feelings are going to come along with that thought of, maybe I'm not good enough as a person to be their friend. And this is probably going to have the behavioural consequence of maybe isolating yourself more and maybe not connecting with other people that you could, because it's reinforcing that idea that maybe I'm not good enough as a person, or I don't deserve friendship, I don't deserve to be close to others. And certainly it's not going to make you contact that friend. It's going to make you think, I'll stay out of their way then. And once again, that's another friendship lost. And maybe another way that we could respond to that situation where a friend appears to ignore us might be to have the thought of, gosh, they seemed really preoccupied. I hope they're okay. And this brings up feelings of compassion and care towards that person, wanting to make sure they're okay. So the consequence of this one might be actually that when you get home, you might call them or text them and say, hey, I saw you today and you looked miles away. Is everything okay? So there's a big difference there, isn't there? That's leading to really helpful behaviour of being proactive and seeing how the person is, maybe being supportive, as opposed to the other kind of responses, which are kind of more unhelpful, aren't they? They're more kind of anxious or angry or kind of low mood kind of responses. Okay, so what does this mean? Hopefully this shows how we can have just one situation, but literally infinite ways of responding to that situation in the way we perceive it and the way we think about that situation. So if we get into the habit of every time we're in a certain situation, we go down that gloomy, negative kind of path of having negative thoughts in response to it, how do you think that's going to impact on the way we're feeling? It's going to make us feel really on edge and anxious and maybe cautious about having new friendships or interacting with other people or letting our guard down and becoming more barriered perhaps. So the way we respond, has a really big impact on how we feel and what we do. And what we do then tends to have that kind of knock-on effect of maintaining the way we feel. So, in this example, we've adapted a kind of compassionate response, where instead of jumping down the automatic thoughts of anger or worry or feeling low or low self-esteem, we've gone down the compassionate route of thinking, okay, how can I be caring towards them? Maybe I can be a friend to them. Maybe they're going through something difficult. Maybe it isn't all about me, And that hopefully has demonstrated that that's had a really positive impact potentially, and that it's helped us to extend our care towards other people and show that we can be there for them. Yeah. I mean, while we're on the subject, I wear contact lenses, or glasses, of course. And, I've had situations in my time where my contact lenses have, split or something like that, or broken. And I've been walking through town pretty blind, and hoping that I don't see someone I know, because if I see someone I know, I will not recognize them. My eyesight's really bad, okay? So I've had the thought on the other side of, oh my God, I hope no one sees me because they'll think I'm being rude, they'll think I don't like them, they'll think all these things. And of course I don't. It's just the fact that I can't see very well in that situation. So that just kind of demonstrates, hopefully, that there can be other explanations that we haven't considered. So if we jump to conclusions, it can be really unhelpful. So, once again, to repeat that phrase, don't believe everything you think, challenge it, look for alternative ways of thinking. Okay guys, well I hope you found today's video helpful. If you did, please show your appreciation and hit the subscribe button and also the little bell so you can be notified of when new videos arrive. Maybe you can check out some videos I've done already, like my 5 tips for depression. And I'll be back soon with more videos. You take care.